June is National Dairy Month, and one of America's fave dairy products is, of course, cheese. Here to help us create the perfect cheese board is Bravo's top chef, Kevin Gillespie. Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning. Happy National Cheese Day.
Thank you so much. I'm excited. You know, during the holidays, we all wanted that beautiful cheese board, but now we're in the summertime, so what have you got for us to dazzle us with cheese?
Well, you know what? That's the thing, is that a cheese board, and a really well done one, works any time of the year. And for me, like, the fastest way to know that I'm working with really great cheese is to look for this label, Proudly Wisconsin Cheese. That tells me that it's made by artisans and craftsmen who care about their work. From there, the sky is almost completely the limit. There are over 600 varieties of cheese made in Wisconsin alone. And so picking your favorites is going to be tough. But what I like to do is just mix it up, you know, have some hard cheeses, some soft cheeses, maybe throw a blue cheese in there. And then the key to making it seasonal is to focus on those accompaniments that go along with the cheese. Fresh seasonal fruit. I have nectarines out here in front of me today, one of my absolute favorites for this time of year. Jams, nuts, charcuterie, breads, crackers. Those all really serve to complement and to contrast what's special about the unique artisan cheeses from Wisconsin Cheese.
When you're making those pairings, whether it's with wine or fruit or whatever else, what are you looking for? For example, you like the nectarine. What goes with that?
Well, so the key when you're trying to do it is that you have to sort of ask yourself, what is the nuance of the cheese and what am I trying to show off? Like, here's a perfect example with blue cheese. It's very strong. It's very aggressive. It's incredibly savory, or what we call umami. And so a natural contrast to umami is sweet. And that's why something like honey or truffle honey goes so well with blue cheese. When you think about something like a cheddar that has a sharp bite to it, that's where the nectarine is perfect, because you have that combo of salty and sweet, and people just absolutely love that.
Well, let's talk about meats then, because, you know, on a charcuterie board, there are dried meats or all kinds of meats. What do you like with that salty, dried flavor?
So anytime you're taking something like a cured meat that does, as you said, it has a lot of salinity, you want to pair that against a cheese that's a lot creamier. So something that's really soft, something that kind of melts in your mouth a little bit. So consider softer cheeses like, you know, things that have a little bit of give to them, things that are ultra creamy. That's what's going to pair best with cured meats. I mean, it's a classic combo. You see prosciutto and mozzarella in Italian cooking for generations. Well, there's a reason that it works out.
Yeah, there is. Well, let's talk about the carbohydrates there. Do you prefer slices of hard bread? Do you prefer crackers? Or what works with those carbs?
So for me, I think the key is that you want contrast of texture. So crackers go really well with cheese because soft goes well with crunchy. Like, let me give you a perfect example. I do a dish that's a rhubarb upside down cake that uses an aged cheddar. And so you have the combination of sweet and salty together, but you also have the combination of textural components. You have the crunch that you get from the caramelization of the cheese in the cake itself against the very soft and sort of voluminous whipped cream and rhubarb. And so that's what you're going for. It's not just always the contrast of flavors, but of textures as well.
And do you recommend that we have lots of choices on our board?
For me, I think narrow it down to maybe 5. 5 is a really good number for a really well-designed cheese board. At the end of the day, with over 600 varieties of cheese made in the state of Wisconsin alone, it's going to be hard to narrow it down. I think the best thing for folks to do if they're curious is go to wisconsincheese.com. You're going to find tons of information about the dairy farmers, about the cheese makers, and you can even order the cheeses and have them sent directly to your door.
Kevin, it's been a joy. Now I want cheese.
Enjoy some. Today's the day.
I sure will. Thank you so much. We'll be back with more local lifestyles right after this. Stick around.